Sit on that seat bed, that one, hit yours. You probably got the noise. Give them a look at it.
That's Steve Benson in that first one's on, American bloke.
Flying begins this afternoon. We'd like to remind people, obviously a very large crowd here today. If you are here with a group of people and you get separated, the best thing to do is pause and get separated.
I mean, let's say that you're very welcome to
but they're all blue anyway.
We're going to let the aeroplanes mostly talk to themselves and give you a little waffle as we feel you deserve.
The aircraft will be coming back in soon. The
I hope so.
Tiger Cat and the Bear Cat together in a pair.
Look right, ladies and gentlemen. The Porsche, and listen to this now. Wildcat and Hellcat for us. Before the Tiger Cat is the twin. Around the corner. Now we've got a bit of manoeuvre in the overhead. One of the boldest designs in the history of combat aircraft. This example, N7235C, the only flying example in Europe. They're coming back in from the left. Leading the pair is the Grumman FF2 Wildcat. This was the United States Navy's first monoplane retractable fighter. Built up a huge reputation when it first entered into war in the Pacific. Wildcat also served with the Royal Navy Fleet Air Arm. Doing a good job in front of us. We've got 3 Sky Raiders backtracking down the main. And we've still got the 4 Cats in the sky, heading in hard. Somebody
safety as well as safety duties is provided that he comes in out here. Now, if you look up and to the right, here they are, that pair. Now, Bro, you've got one of these down there, and it keeps killing. He's flying with the old flying machine company for 6 months sabbatical from New Zealand, so I'm not sure if he's flying on these. That's quite good, isn't it? Closest Corsair here with the yellow nose and XRNZAF model. Let's get some more big aeroplanes into the sky. The yellow nose on some of these aeroplanes, particularly on those operated by the old flying machine company, they are now the Breitling fighters. The Breitling Watch Company have sponsored the RFMC aeroplanes for 3 years. So anything you see with the yellow nose is one of the Breitling fighters, and indeed that leading Corsair, just such a yellow painted. This Corsair here, the old flying machine company Corsair, is the only true Kiwi Corsair left in the world flying. I think you can probably understand that, can't you, after all those years of war? Nobody really wants to know when it's over.
Confidence are wrapped in grease, apparently.
Yeah. Tail chase by these two. Kiwi ingenuity, they call them.
If there's any ice cream fans listening out there and they'd like to experiment, just bring the mixture to us at the commentary position.
Absolutely horrendous. You need to see something like that to make you realise why you need a strong aircraft.
The undercarriage, of course, falls halfway through the degree angle, isn't it?
Central America, they're still in operational use. Yep.
52 is when it finished production. 52.
Remember some of your Irish mathematics.
Still being produced by for the French users to make
all suitable for carrier off. Immediately took that birdcage canopy off, lifted up the seat by about 7 inches, bubble canopy, and hey presto. Afternoon, there's a mixture. So,
we're very lucky to have the swordfish flying today. The third swordfish that was flying, they found a very small fatigue crack in the rudder yesterday, and last night. We saw before, the Skyraider just simply refused to grow obsolete. Planned in '44 as the first combined torpedo dive bomber to be a single-seater.
Skyder radar was destined for success. Became effective attack aircraft in both the Korean and the Vietnam Wars.
Very, very big aircraft, and theoretically shouldn't be that nimble and that manoeuvrable. So let's keep our eye on that single aeroplane. Although, not having seen their brief, I'm not entirely certain what the other two are going to be doing either. Oh, they look as if they're coming back in. So maybe we've got a pair and a single just looks that way. Over the top. Look at the power of that aeroplane.
Coming up there.
This one, not Sammy B, she's on the ground and you can go and have a look inside her. This one, Pink Lady in France. And the reason
I haven't seen the fortresses in the local areas because they haven't even got off the ground yet, but here they go. Venerable aeroplanes. It's actually very difficult to make a monoplane wing with an internal spar and make them as strong as you could a biplane. But by the time the war broke out, really the Swordfish was an obsolete aeroplane, and yet that served in
Through that single leg back.
bit of hospitality to our French visitors. Thank you. Two that have flown over from the States, I think that's correct. All painted up to look like aircraft of the same squadron, and what a strike. It's something we wouldn't do in this war. Currently, we're not going to do here. Without a lot of that.
Actually, my dreams were shattered this morning when I found out in the film The Battle of Britain. The French farmhouse used to take this officer here on the airfield, and 109s came over supposedly from France.
Getting out all of that down, and look out ahead of you, coming in from ground. You have to set up, you need to hold a steady height and speed and track to run into things like the Italian battle fleet at Taranto in order to drop torpedoes. Here they come. They're going to be out left and right of you, so all of you will have a very good chance to have a close look at this airplane, effectively known as the string bag. Now that, when they turn on top of the noise, probably make them run up the channel, and they launch certainly called the Manson, and they were into the attack. The Manson was attacked by a fighter screen at 109, by an E-boat screen firing at them, and there were huge numbers of losses from the Swordfish. But that was the sort of action that these aeroplanes had part in. And the current of three of them. It was basically a lot more. The brother who's You've only got to do it once, have a quick look around, and then you look front again and you realise you're about 2 feet nearer the guy in front. That cures you of the temptation to start looking around. That the number of people is when you're doing this blue. Actually, that's 243. Didn't really do it, which is a big time, of course, in the Pacific. You needed to move very quickly, so... We were talking last night about the contribution that New Zealand made to the Royal Air Force itself. You said you were the largest foreign national. That's 5,000 fighter pilots. Get the dome. We had 6 fighters. These aeroplanes you see on the flight line with the tail wheel design, most of the weight is behind the main wheel. So if on takeoff or landing a swing starts to develop, the weight of the aircraft will try and tighten up on itself. Occasionally leads to an interesting control problem to landing and takeoff phase, especially when you've got a margin of crosswind. We're okay today, but certainly flying tailwheel aeroplanes demand the technical zone.
That's that, Dave Southward in that one.
Notice that the B-53 and aircraft that came thereafter, the side arrangement and overall arrangement will be
the B-17 coming behind.
They will. It also helps the aircraft not to a landing, as you said earlier, the very fast. And nice to see the P-46 back on the wing. The nose of our to set up. Very good. Live briefings. T47 coming around again and off to your right. T25 driving up. Back in on the hard runway. The paint scheme is the personal aircraft of Lieutenant Colonel Ben Mayo, the 2nd Fighter Squadron Command, part of the 78th Fighter Group, based here at Duxford. Tunnels have managed to go up in the Mustang, and it is just an awesome machine. The power is fantastic, so steady, so responsive, and just you really couldn't fault it. It's so smooth at the operation. There's no little jinx or kinks with it, and you just feel like when you're right there. 3 Mustangs I can see, 4 Mustangs. Right, well they're flying in battle echelon, so they're probably checking out the scenery below going on in the latter stage of the Second World War. These aircraft are using ground attack. Presence in the air was confirmed.
Big beautiful old sucker. Good knowing, What's that one?
Bring back to New Zealand. And,
Oh, I say, yeah, see that one? That was me. I was in that one.
I gotta get the same there from the others, haven't I?
Well, actually, no, to commentate on the Grand
I thought you might say that, Jerry. Just busy at the moment.
Hello there, it's coming in.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Duxford cyclone is this, in front of you right now. It's a replica of an aeroplane about which none of us in here know anything at all. Just tell you that it's a very short cut. Heard or seen this aircraft before. Coming into France. C-R-O-N. Cyclone.
Ready to go now?
Yeah, we're actually back.
Here they come, the 51, taxiing past in front of you. Give you a good close-up view. This is Davis, southward.
Flying the Spitfire a bit later on.
Just shows you how wrong I can be, doesn't it?
And PJ, Pete John.
Pete John, isn't it?
Well, there he is. And there's the, on the Breitling fight, isn't it?
Side shot.
Yeah, Breitling 51.
I was talking to Norman a little bit earlier on. He said when he went to America there was 60 plus of these in Florida.
Nigel Lamb, the guy who was flying the not AJ, but Pete John flying us. Thank you, merci bien. Right, so we also thank you very much. And here's another little French aeroplane. Isn't that effective? I think that's really good fun. We're playing one
£2.20.
America to America.
That is Chris, isn't it?
We're doing that after continuation of our light aircraft segment. We've been watching the Grand Cyclone in the very, very capable hands of Mr. Longchambon. Flying that aeroplane today. I'm trying to try and find out a bit more about it on Monday morning.
Monday morning.
Now we're looking out for our friends. What do we say? What did you do if you wanted to learn to fly during the war? Well, you were a Brit, everyone. You started off on the Tiger Moth. You were somebody in the States. You probably learned to fly on a fleet hammock. But then are working well today. What have we got going on? Smoke on. Dave Evans coming across low, left to right, and here we go, into the dive. All around that loop, which the winner back routine knows the aeroplane extremely well and can make it do virtually anything. Now today, we've been given the pappy of the Youngman, the very, very, very specifically competition designed the Youngmeister, which is a single seat, radial engined aeroplane. And I think if you look up and directly ahead, here is Anna now. Now this is her third sortie in this aeroplane. She's only ever flown it twice before. So let's see how she gets on. We'll try and talk you through it. She's now flying on the B-axis. Aerobatic competitors fly in a three-dimensional imaginary box in the sky. The access to your left and right in front of you is the A-axis. The access towards you and away from you is the B-axis. The object in competition is you remain within that imaginary box and you fly through a sequence that I've... It's a single-seater, unlike the Youngman, which she normally flies, which has got two seats. She flies in the back with the front cockpit empty. Thank you for that. I've got a feeling that's the last pass with cross control. Joe, what do you think?
I think so. Excellent display as well.
And I'm just looking out at that because she's giving us a nice wide berth while your team get airborne, Mary. Hello, nice to see you again.
Hello, Jerry.
You've been yanked into this, haven't you?
I have, yes. I thought I retired last year, but can't get away.
Go on, here's your lot. Off you go. See you later.
Thanks, Jerry. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You get some interesting thermals rising off these airfields, and you may see them riding through the odd bump or two as they come past from the left in the formation which gives them their name, a Diamond 9.
Good to the head onto.
And what a lovely sound that is. 9 gypsy major engines together, all kept running very swiftly on natural oil, which we are for this line of aircraft, to left and right, in the manoeuvre that we call the Clinton brake. And there they go, whilst the back three, led by Ken Whitehead, the number 9 man, turn those aircraft upwards and outwards and over, around the sky, towards the right-hand end of the cloud there. And they'll be coming past this time in the formation called Feathered Arrow. I don't think the wind's doing them many favours today, so they're really having to work for their living. But they say they appreciate the challenge, so why not? The photogenic team, sponsored by Olympus cameras, who recognise that when they see it, because any minute now these aircraft are going to explode all over the sky, so be ready with a very quick reaction on your shutter buttons as they come in for the arrow brake. Just about now. A widening circle of tiger moths right around the sky. And this is where they all have to remember who they're meant to be following as they come round for a flyby at a slightly lower level to give you a better look at their a chance to lead for a change. Give him a special wave. And I think you should wave because pilots are actually quite sensitive souls. Len Mitten following Ken Whitehead and Mike Vasey behind him, followed by Pete Jackson. They are sensitive, but I haven't got too many Phoenix with me, so give them a good wave and at least let them
with our 4 or 5 and it's all metal, and it has a 100 horsepower engine, and it was originally designed for Formula Aries. And it's incredibly strong, very nimble, very light to fly, it's like motion when it's rolling like
Good
that.
pass.
But Pete makes it look, I'm sure if I flew it, it wouldn't look like that.
Have you had a chance?
No, I only had a chance to taxi it.
Close.
Yeah, and he told me, whatever you do, don't forget to keep your head firmly against the back headrest. And
aren't really
of course I
staying
forgot
about this one,
so I
are
went
they?
over the first rush and I smashed both my ears. The visibility is not very good out of here. It's tiny canopy. And but it's just perfect power to weight ratio handling. It's just very sexy aeroplane.
Yeah, it's a famous aeroplane, isn't it, Ballerina? I mean, I remember reading Neil Williams writing about this aircraft back in the late 60s.
Yes, he took it to the World Aerobatic Championship.
Did he?
Yes, and he didn't win in it, but he did very, very well. I mean, because it doesn't have an inverted fuel system, so it's not ideal for competition aerobatics. But you can keep just positive fuel.
The idea of putting behind Formula Aero.
This bit is a bit different for that fact, isn't it? But, crossbow coming on the top spot.
Very interesting little aeroplane. The reason that it's extended this block slightly is because next up is the Duxford Memorial Flight. The last it's not well. PBMF guys are really quite Mark II Spitfire and the Hurricane at the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. Low and in your face. Classic engine.
Absolutely. And the classic wing on it, the elliptical wing, as the aircraft went through several stages of development, later on past the Mark 12 and the Griffin engine, it had 3 different types of wings on it. This is one of the early ones. Mark 5 coming up later on, you see that's not.
You'll see when what the Hurricane display with the 2 aeroplanes it's actually a bit of a nightmare in terms of replacing parts from time to time.
Of course, to take a lot more damage as well because of the pilots and Hurricanes are doing enough work.
Lowering again with the sound, but all to do with the placement of the exhaust stacks and the resonance of the engine and tubes of the rest of the airframe. Notice it was that it was used to target the bombers in the streams that came over.
That's the way the
look, I was 19 years old, but I wanted to fight and I could fly anything. And at 83, we came to this aerodrome about 4 weeks ago and leapt up onto the wing of a Hurricane and knew still everything was mine. Any official from the Sigma corporate tent, please go to gate.
And he's also commanding that of Britain Memorial Flight. What a tough job it must be. Which aircraft today?
Happily invited. Medium-air fighters have pulled up again. Good chance to see these two aeroplanes without either of these aeroplanes. The Battle of Britain really would not have been won. They were ideal complements to each other. Here we go. From your right, ladies and gentlemen, the Spitfire and Harrier. Bearcat, two of the most powerful piston-engine aeroplanes ever built. No quarter asked, none given in this little slot.
My money's on Mr. Gray.
I agree. Are you sure?
Well, he can do what he wants with the engine because he's paying for it.
He can do what he wants with the engine.
Well, we'll see. I'll be back in a minute. The Bearcats, Booth 1 and also 1944. Never saw action in World War II. These deliveries to the US Navy. Got to remember VF-19 went native in May 1945. Right in service by mid-August. Jet Japan was just about to sign that surrender document. I would love to have seen a Bearcat combat. I'm sure it would have done very, very well.
And if you look to your left, you'll see what it looks like. Coming hard in. Steve Newton leading that down. Stephen Gray.
This is one I want to take.
Like the rush hour in the underground.
Really the end of the line of basic
I like that.
Absolutely. It's the next step up. You have to get to a jet, really. Just get a small inkling of the rate of climb of those aircraft, how high. Well, he'll be flying the 747. Steve was tactical instructor up at Valley on the Hawk.
Rod Dean flying in.
Stephen Gray hanging on in there, no problem. Now that looks like fun, doesn't it?
Also Sea Fury in combat during the Korean War, shot down a MiG-15. One Sea Fury did.
Yep.
Carmichael flying that particular one.
VF-41. They're coming high over the top of the field. Breaking round to the right. I think Steve's pulling out a bit of a lead.
He is. Well, Bearcat is one of the first aircraft to be raced at Reno, wasn't it?
As well, they've got a very heavily modified version to both these aircraft in the air racing scene in America. They stripped everything down that's not needed and mess around a little bit with the canopies.
It's all the trial and error, I guess, of previous fighters. They got it right. For me, of course, being a fan of the Hawk, it's a big job with an AP sailor getting it back together and flying. Hopefully one day, and they will do it. Maybe here flying.
Stephen Gray right back in echelon. Steve Nugent. And in front of us, the flight line is coming alive again. So the Lysander starting up, Blenheim taxiing out. And the pair go high again, higher.
Of course, a lot easier to fly because they've got their assisted controls. It's much smoother and easier to position the aircraft.
Bristol F2B fighter.
I'll have a good one then.
Fantastic. This is more my pace though, Jerry.
Well, they're probably designed to carry your weight as well, Joe, really.
Two of them strapped together maybe.
Yeah. Now, where would you go? Front or back? What do you reckon?
Where can I lie down?
In the back.
Okay, in the back. The Brisbane, as the aircraft was affectionately known, was the first British two-seat fighter to enter service in World War I. Although its heavy was hardly decimated by Manfred von Richtoff's circus. It was not until the Brisbane crew realised that their big and seemingly unwielding aircraft had all the speed and manoeuvrability of the German single-seat Scout and the greater firepower that the machines became superb, heroic weapons that Major Stewart described. One of the many. Now, comparing these aircraft, as you can see, to comparable aircraft of the day, like the single-seat Scout fighters, the Puffs and the Camels, it was a pretty big aircraft, wingspan in excess of 39 feet, and an all-up weight of nearly 3,000 pounds. Pretty impressive for the day. Top speed of 105 miles an hour, no less. And I think you're going to find this hard to believe that these aircraft probably did flip rolls. And they have a very, very nice train of thought down at Shuttleworth. They say all their exhibits must work. After all, that's why they were all given wings.
Isn't it nice to see more than one of these aeroplanes in the sky? So here we go now, caught fire on landing, glittering during that day. It was almost entirely and very close to being written off. They read the books and they took their time, but thanks to them, medium Hurricane is back in the sky.
I wonder where you start with something like that, because when it was burnt out, it literally was just a brain. 300 miles an hour with a full wall load. It was extremely useful in all its roles. But as we said earlier on, Battle of Britain is where it really shone through.
Dean flying around the forest this afternoon. Rod Dean, now out of the Royal Air Force, flying the black aeroplane, working for the CIA. What would you call it? Poacher turn gamekeeper.
There you go. Spot the trick. Yeah, you were saying the design dates back to 1934, Sydney Cam design. And the first order was for just one. Just have one, please, see what it's like.
Now we have Adam Gedge, brackets child, close brackets, trying to find his father Adrian Gedge. Please meet your son at the American Air Museum. That came via security. So Adrian Gedge, your son Adam is looking for you. Please meet him up at the American Air Museum. Thanks. Privilege, driving all the way around, flying direction to America. Something like 6 years. Rebuild. For quite a little. The Russians take a bit of the credit. A history that we'll never know because they didn't write anything down. They just flew them. Who needs paperwork?
Just puts me up in it. The fighter collections Hurricane was originally built by the Canadian Car Company.
These subcontractors again.
That's right. Build your car, build your Hurricane. What do you want?
Was the Monaco Hurricane one of the ones that Tim Wallace and the boys found when they did the picture? The world.
Yeah, we saw the hind parts of it anyway.
In front of us, last in the line, the interwar Gloucester fighters, following with Grebe, Gamecock, and Gauntlet. This was the aeroplane that became the Royal Air Force's final biplane fighter. Started as an unnamed private venture. So many of these. In this form flew as early as September 1934, followed by an order of 23 aircraft. Placed in July of the following year. Machine, ordered to the Royal Air Force Service, the earlier prototype, no cockpit, which is what is here.
9 codes there.
Only 746 made. That was actually quite a fair production. Everybody was a bit shocked to learn that the Lenin was 50 miles an hour faster.
Well, actually, the plane was the first all-metal monoplane of stress construction ordered for the RA.
Go on, Joe, you like this. It's your favourite aeroplane.
This is just, it just looks the part, doesn't it? It's the Lizzie, known affectionately as the Lizzie, the Westland Low-Sander. The service of the Oria. Wonderful aeroplane went off to serve it over the 30 Oria squadron to Flint as he goes, sorts out Jerry the Hun. You know, you could just see yourself doing it.
And bring back some wine.
Yes. And kiss a lovely girl Marie goodbye as you climb on board.
I think that's for lunch. Boots on my boot days.
These aircraft usually operated at night and often in conditions that grounded all other aircraft. Landing in occupied France with no runways, perhaps just a single torch beam to guide them into a landing area no larger than a cricket pitch. The aircraft flying...
Quite a quick
Oh yeah, it's quite a quick one. You can go downhill if you want to. The aircraft flying these special operations, there were strips of absolute armament. The armour plating had to come out.
They had short field capability.
Yeah.
Could fly very slowly, but still under control. We've got no breeze today, so we can't fly this thing backwards. But believe me, it could.
Well, with the outer slats, they came out, the airspeed, you could bring it down to below 85 miles an hour. And with the inner slats followed, you could get down to less than 60 miles an hour.
Should be landing, as you said, in some
museum. You'll see the Blenheim running in.
Problem is, Gary, this is about as fast as it gets.
Is it?
Yeah.
Second one's the one that didn't fly earlier, the New Zealand.
It's appropriate, of course, to see the William fly past, the Hurricane sitting in front because during the Battle of France, a number of Blenheims were supported by Hurricanes tried to steam that apart, very successfully, I might say. A lot of crews still flying those aircraft in France. In Blenheim, the crews are back in observation in 1935, and 1954, is all visually monitoring the crews. Instructions orders to the RAF. The war after the Battle of Britain, the Blenheim, all back to France.
The 109 gets airborne, heads out. We're going to be down later on, absolutely. 109. They recognise the engine note, that is a Merlin powered 109 Spanish copy.
That red and silver ones here from Belgium.
And we can blame them coming around for one final pass, I believe.
Trying to check which ones they are. Cargo Express. American scheme, last Airshow in that colours, it says, when it's rubbing on. That two-seater that comes from America.
Two-seater, the Blenheim was expected to be here to look after 27 new submarines. The Mark 4 of 84 Squadron. 1942. Got the big walk today, you know what's going on.
Oh, is there?
German actually, somewhere in North Africa. know that or not.
That looked good.
I don't know. We will do soon if it's behind Brian Smith. He's fairly well unaware, having jumped them out of the sun.
Golden rule, check your six.
Check your six, boys. Not happening, is it really? So, target, but unfortunately for him,
Yes.
as number 2 has locked himself onto his tail, just yo-yoing up to get positioned there,
High.
just to put himself in the right place. Believe it or not, that's an alien. Built by Papa in the States in the 1009. It's a Duxford. Again, yo-yos himself up high to get a nice picture of what's going on. He's got still attacking gear for all reserve. Right, but don't think he's making too much impression. Anyway, he would have had it by now, I'm sure. Just while we're looking out for that, bring you some absolutely vital information.
Quick, get it out.
The winner of the Spitfire Society raffle is bus ticket number 148. That's bus ticket,
But
not bucket ticket.
it's not his name.
But, as is phrase, ticket number 148. Every time more through something so technical,
pilots that way. There's only 4 there now, they have 5 there, one left. Dropped off.
Leading it in the middle is the Tiger Cap, and bringing up the rear, we're going to look for the B-25.
Yeah.
As a reinforced might
Need reinforcing.
No.
Spitfire, 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 Spitfire. this wonderful body of aircraft, and what a smashing noise this is. Just have a listen to this coming over the top.
Oh yeah, they're on there. Must be a bump there. Oh, he's got...
At 109. Braking, all of that section. Pulling up the main bow boat, still in the sky, and still to pass and brake. Look out there. On right base, short finals. We're recovering nicely today in the overhead still. Our last group, 10, led by the Tiger Cat.
Yeah, great shot.
What do you like?
The Baths Spitfires and the Mustangs when they did the figure of eights.
Look, the familiar sound.
Sky Raiders on the ground, that distinctive hard-to-line carriage in Cobra. Low, high, letting the speed bleed off. Feeding for the ground with the main wheels, and he's off. Behind him, infinitely more twitchy a little aeroplane, Messerschmitt 109. Braking, God! And the 3 P-51s bringing up the rear.
It's the 109 on shorts. It's coming around really tight now, Steve.
Does it look as good up there, Jerry, as it does down here?
All I'm getting is heads.
Fantastic sight.
Hello, Joe. Are you down there?
Are you up there?
I'm up here.
Does it look good up there?
Looks better up here than it does down there, and it's not as hot either.
One thing I have just noticed, Jerry, down here is there seems to be little bits of paper blowing their way out onto the runway and towards the aircraft.